Everyone knows golf, like all sports, is as much a mental game as it is a game of skill. And when both happen at the same time, you're in what is called the flow state. Now, the flow state is a waking trance where you are completely absorbed and focused on the task of taking that shot. And you may have experienced this state many times before while playing golf. And as it is when everything falls into place with no effort at all, both mentally and skillfully. This is the flow state. So how can you experience more of this state of flow? And what stops you? The answer to this question is your thoughts, both conscious and unconscious, and how both influence your body. So to demonstrate to you how mind and body are connected and influenced by your thinking, I would like you to just make yourself comfortable for a moment and take a deep breath in, filling your lungs, and release that now. Alright, so that breath was a conscious decision to take a deep breath in by filling your lungs with air, more air than is required for your survival, whereas normally a part of you looks after how much air you need to breathe without your conscious attention for your survival needs. Alright, as you are relaxed there, breathing, I don't want you to think how your feet feel. Whatever you do, don't notice now how your feet feel. Make sure whatever you do, not to think about how those feet feel. Alright, what did you just do? You did exactly what I said not to do. The point being, if you place your attention on what you want or what you don't want, a part of you allows both the do's and the don'ts to happen. So how does this important information help you with your mental game of golf? With this knowledge you have received and applying the easy to apply EFT technique, you will make changes that will improve your mental game of golf and allow the skills you have acquired through practice flow. So by applying EFT, you will help eliminate thoughts of doubt, such as, I won't be able to make that shot, or maybe, I'm not good enough. Perhaps even thinking, they are better than me. Because you know many great golfers miss shots that they have done time and time again successfully because of what is in their thoughts at that time. And also many people bring their personal and work lives to their game, even by thinking they will go for a game of golf to forget any outside influences. By this very thought, the opposite happens time and time again, just like don't think of how your feet feel. So if you would like to begin making changes and improving your game, move on to the next track. To begin making changes to your mental game of golf and experience more flow in your game, I would like you to think of a time you had a particularly bad game of golf. And the reason for thinking of that bad game is as success and confidence is created by completing a task successfully. And each successfully completed task reinforces your confidence to complete that task. And while on the other hand, each failure reinforces feelings of failure, and those past events of past bad games of golf cause limiting beliefs that influence each new game of golf. So I would like you to measure on a scale of 0 to 10 of intensity of bad feelings about that game. That game that came to mind. Now there is no need to go searching for the right answers. Whatever memory came to mind is the right one. Now I would like you to measure on a scale of 0 to 10 of intensity of bad feelings attached to that memory of having a bad game of golf. Alright. And as you think about that number, I would like you to begin tapping on the karate chop point while saying after me, even though I have this number of bad feeling about that game of golf, I deeply and completely accept myself. And again, while tapping on the karate chop point, even though I have this number of bad feeling about that game of golf, I deeply and completely accept myself. And one more time, even though I have this number of bad feeling about that game of golf, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now start tapping the eyebrow point while saying after me, bad feeling about that game. Side of the eye, bad feeling about that game. Under the eye, bad feeling about that game. Under the nose, bad feeling about that game. Chin point, bad feeling about that game. Collarbone, bad feeling about that game. Under the arm, bad feeling about that game. And top of the head, bad feeling about that game. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs, and release that now. Checking once more on a scale of 0 to 10 of remaining intensity of bad feelings. And if you found your mind wander to other bad games while doing that last round of tapping, go back to the beginning and start again, making sure to stay focused only on one bad game at a time. Other than that, assuming you have completed a round of tapping while focused on one bad game of golf and have that remaining number of intensity of bad feelings from 0 to 10 about that game of golf, let us continue by tapping on the karate chop point while saying after me, even though I have this remaining number of bad feeling golf, I deeply and completely accept myself. And again, even though I have this remaining number of bad feeling golf, I deeply and completely accept myself. And one more time, even though I have this remaining number of bad feeling golf, I deeply and completely accept myself. Now start tapping the eyebrow point while saying after me, golf bad feeling. Side of the eye, golf bad feeling. Under the eye, golf bad feeling. Under the nose, golf bad feeling. Chin point, golf bad feeling. Collarbone, golf bad feeling. Under the arm, golf bad feeling. And top of the head, golf bad feeling. Alright, take a deep breath in, and release that now. Measuring once more on a scale of 0 to 10 of intensity of emotion of bad feeling. And should you be at 0, you can return to the beginning of this session and clear up as many bad feelings about bad games of golf, or move on to the next session. And if you are not at 0, you may move on to the mopping up section to clear up any fragments of bad feeling that remain attached to that bad game you have been working on.